Hey guys, good Monday evening. Hey Surrender X, Nanny C, Pepper, Tawanda, Sergeant Blackrock. I know it's kind of a odd time of day to go live. Plus, I don't ever stay on very long. Hey Cat's Rule, Don Marie, your main girl. Um, I titled it Nuts and Boats because we're going to talk about a few things. Hey, stop animal cruelty. Toodles, Lisa Free Spirit. Lisa Sia Hole. I don't know. Sorry if I butchered your name. Pearls of Wisdom, Danielle, Irish Gal. Hey, Lab. I can tell you what we're not going to talk about. Okay. We're not going to talk about pedophilia. We're not going to talk about sexual abuse. Okay. Um, I feel all these live streams have been very, hey, Gingerlock's mom. Hey, Bless. I think Tammy. I think all these live streams have been pretty upsetting. And I don't want to add to anybody's pain. So I'd like to send out prayers for the school shooting in East Knoxville today. I don't have all the details on it. Um, I've watched what I could. Hey, Brantley. But if you could pray for the victims, pray for the families of the victim, and for the families of the shooter. Uh, one dead, one too many, Irish gal. Uh, which leads me to the mental health situation in this country. Um, Guns aren't bad, people are bad. And sometimes people aren't even bad. They're mentally ill. And on top of everything, what's going on in this country with the pandemic and people being cooped up and the younger generation, especially who's used to being out and mingling and uh, being with their friends, there's just a lot to take into consideration. I also wanted to touch on I don't know if you all have kept up with Making a Murderer. It's not a case I've ever spoken on, it's a case that I follow. Uh, there was a motion filed today by Zellner for a Brady violation. Obviously, there was a gentleman, and I don't have his name. I could go find it. Well, let me see if I even. But there was a gentleman who was delivering papers at the time that uh, Teresa Hallback was killed. And hey, Ben, hey, Puss in Boots. He was delivering papers. It was dark. Uh, when he found out Teresa Hallback's Rav had been found, he notified the Manitowoc police station and explained what he had seen the morning before, which was Bobby Dassey without a shirt on. And he was within 5 feet of Bobby Dassey, and Bobby was with an unknown male. Um, so he was able, his headlights were right on Bobby Dassey because Bobby Dassey tried to block him from leaving the Avery property as he was pulling out to get back out onto the main road. Why Bobby would do that, I don't know, but a motion has been filed as a Brady violation. And if the courts take it into consideration, it very well could mean that Stephen Avery gets a new trial. So, like I said, the man said he called the morning of the Manitowoc police station, told him what he had seen, and a female officer said, "We already know who did it." He has filed an affidavit. He also called, notified, Stephen Avery's original attorneys. They said they would get back with him. They never did. So that is definitely, it was never handed over to, I don't think he's guilty either, Red Feather. I know there are people that think it, but hey, Angela Critters. But it was never turned over to the defense. And hey, Al Lurker. And a Brady violation is just that. When you withhold evidence that could be beneficial to the defense. So there's that update. Like I said, this is just nuts and bolts. So I guess we'll happy thinks he's guilty. Yeah, somebody else I talked to thinks he's guilty too. I'm sure there's a lot of people that think he's guilty. I've never been on the fence about his guilt, Angela. I've always felt like he had too much to lose. He had already done what 17 years in prison for a crime that he didn't commit. He had a major lawsuit that he ended up having to settle for a minimal amount to uh, to give towards his defense on this. Uh, I just think he had too much to lose for a man that had been falsely imprisoned. I just don't see him turning around and committing a heinous crime. I just don't. But like I said, it's been filed with the courts. I have no updates when it comes to Darlie Routier. And Brian, we know you think she's guilty. Um, ever since the Innocence Project took over her case, everything's been kind of tight-lipped. So I do try to keep up with it through Facebook, and there's just been nothing really new come out. I mean, there's a lot going on, but nothing new has come out. So, or that I'm aware of, anyway. So now speaking of Facebook, I don't go on Facebook very often. I usually just go on there to see my niece's little ones and my nephew's little ones and my brother and sister-in-law's grandchildren. We agree on a couple cases like Hannah Overton and David Cam, yes. But so I went on Facebook this morning and up popped a memory from January 9th of 2018. And those memory things that pop up, and it just kind of struck me. Then who is the perpetrator? Did law enforcement just drop the bar? I believe the perpetrator of the Avery situation is Bobby Dassey. I've always believed that. I've always believed it was Bobby Dassey. That's just always been my opinion. Hey, Galway. But like I said, back to Facebook because that's where I follow all my. You just read it, me too, Pearls. It was just filed today. Um, I believe it was just a major cover up because of the wrongful conviction that he was suing um, the city of Manitowoc, and I think they framed him. I mean, that's just again, I don't. If you watch Brendan's interrogation, he had no clue. The cops basically told him what to say. And hey, Alley Cat. Hey, Coffee Chat. Um, the cops basically told Brendan what to say. I don't believe Brendan mentally could have been involved in something like that. Um, so, I mean, that's just my opinion. But back to the memories on Facebook. So, January 9th of 2018, Cocoa Beach, Florida. It says, and I don't know, I must have been in a mood when I wrote it, but I wrote, okay, so here it is. 2017 kicked my ass. I started the year from a surgery where a part of my colon was removed due to cancer. Just when I started feeling better, it was time to place a port in my chest so I could go every 12 days and get chemo. Out of those 12 days, I was lucky to have 4 that didn't require me being in bed, barely able to feed and water Lolly. On those 4 decent days, I went to work and tried to pay the bills. With no insurance, I was also paying for medication and doctor visits out of pocket, all the while trying to deal with my adult son and his problems. And then I put in parentheses, don't judge. After seeing that working 8 days a month wasn't enough, I made the decision to quit the chemo and try to play catch up. And I've been neglecting my health since. The hurricane directly after the quitting of chemo didn't help either. Another paycheck lost. Needless to say, I never caught up and I was just spinning my wheels and digging it deeper. So I'm forced to swallow my pride and return home to try to regroup. My plans are to try to get as healthy as my old broken self can be and make plans for my future. Now, you can sit back and say, I would have done this or I would have done that. But the truth is, I was winging this all alone and I did the best I could. Maybe you could have done it better, but I'll just pray you never have to. And that was my memory that popped up on Facebook. Hey, Hopey Dopey. What's going on, Alley Cat? Um, there was a little bit of drama that I was going to address. It's nothing big. Uh, hey, Ben, Captain Obvious. What are y'all talking about? A kid to a resort? Captain Obvious, if you're talking about the the making the murder, there was a Zellner filed a motion today for a Brady violation because of a man's testimony or his reporting to the police and to Avery's first attorneys never got turned over to the defense, never got looked into. And his claim is that on the morning that Hallback's lab was found, or no, he called in the morning that it was found. It was the day before that he had seen Bobby Dassey pushing the Rav. He was shirtless and he was with another. So we'll see where this goes. Just heard issues with the Floyd case. I watched it all day and I just got away from it for a minute. Hey, uh, now there's issues, Don Murray. I literally just turned it off just minutes before it ended. I saw where the signal went out. Tension is high, and I get it. It happens, especially something as big as this case. Captain Obvious, according to the affidavit that the man filed, or the Brady violation that the Zellner filed, that the man knew Bobby Dassey, recognized Bobby Dassey, and Bobby was caught pushing the RAV4 onto the property uh, shirtless. My sound was cutting out. I'm calling BS on all of this. The dude is worse than Avery. Who? Brendan? Or the man with the affidavit? What would be his reasoning in lying, Pugs? I know you're into the case, so why would that man lie? Why would he get involved in all if he's worse than Avery? I don't understand. What about that new Black Army officer being harassed by police? I haven't heard about that one, Irish gal. But I know there was an accidental shooting in Minnesota where a female officer, you can hear her say, "I'm going to tase you." Instead, she grabbed her weapon instead of the taser, and she shot and killed the guy. Honor Rose, you have a good day. He did, Pugs. He got ignored by the Manitowoc police. He got ignored by the first attorneys. I mean, I don't know what you want him to do. You know, maybe he's in fear. I would be in fear if I lived in a crooked town like Manitowoc. Oh yeah, you hear her say right there on the tape, "I'm going to tase you." And instead she pulled her weapon and fired. And then you hear her say, like, "Oh my God, I shot him," because he drove off and ended up wrecking the car. He was gonna try to get away, drive away, and she says, "I'm going to tase you." Oh, I'm sure there's riots. Um, so is it something to main girl? Is it something to do with the jury on the Chauvin trial? That's true. The jury should have been sequestered, and now you have this. I get what you're saying, main girl. I get exactly, Alley Cat. They weren't going to pay that. They were going to get out of it one way or the other, and they did. But I have such ADD streams. You ever notice that? I'm talking about one thing, and the next thing you know, I'm in chat. I'm talking about something else. I'm sure you've noticed it. Well, Pugs, I mean, you've always been on the side of the cops in that case, so it is what it is. I think it's been proven that they're shady. Uh, but stay on their side, Pugs. I mean, your ADD keeps up. So there you go. That's my knowledge of true crime right now. I wish somebody would tell me what happened in the Chauvin trial today. That, like I said, I literally watched it all the way to the end, except for the last few minutes. And I went to put lasagna in the oven, and it's like this happens. Keeps people on their toes. Nelson had given you reasonable doubt. After today, I am right back up to first degree murder. I don't know how the defense will get around this. Is first degree murder even on the table? I didn't think that first degree was on the table. I didn't think so, Captain Obvious. That's what I'm asking, main girl. Did something happen? Now I'm gonna have to go back and somebody said there was chaos in the case today, so I quit watching it. That doctor was good. Only saw the prosecution, not defense. Take care of my Four Seasons. Yeah, I'm holding Judgment too, my Four Seasons. Yeah, you're right. Casey Anthony was overcharged, which is why she walked. But pray for the city of Minneapolis. Pray for Minnesota because Minnesota, Minnesota. Yeah, because with this new shooting where the officer chat was, and I fully believe this woman made the mistake just from the verbiage that I've heard, because she says, "I'm going to tase you," and reaches for the wrong weapon. And then she's shocked when she shot him. A shot rang out and he drove away and ended up wrecking his car. That's true, main girl. That's true. So pray for Minnesota. I've got a sub that is. Did you hear the mom? No, I heard the brother. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the end of it. I've seen that documentary on Casey Anthony. I almost canceled my live because right before I came on, of course, my son has pulled a stunt that has broken my heart, but I'll get through it like I have for 17 or 18 years. Also, prayers for, and she knows who she is. Um, one of my Patreons, one of my good friends, uh, being tested for COVID. I know, Red Feather. I know, Don Marie. It's just, I just found out today. It's something that obviously happened months ago, and it just hurts. It just hurts. But there's nothing I can, well, I mean, there is something I can do about it. Thank you, my Four Seasons. I can pay to fix what he's done. I just hate addiction, man. I hate it. I hate it so bad. But that's okay. I mean, something good. I mean, it'll be okay. But thank you, my Four Seasons. But speaking of addiction, and I don't want to dwell on this very long, but I saw a comment that was made to Irish Gal, and I thought we didn't do this, Steph. I thought we didn't say or do things like this. I mean, it really kind of bothered me. Steph says to Irish Gal, maybe it's that combination you love so much. Edibles and Xanax might not be helpful when you're trying to learn. Not being mean, it is what it is. Party. That sounds kind of mean, don't you think? I mean, when you end it with it is what it is, party, don't you think that sounds kind of mean? Thank you, my Four Seasons. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that. I mean, it's bad enough that you threw drugs in her face. I don't know Irish Gal's history, or I don't need to know. Hey, Kim A, Amanda T. Um, yes, Justice. What was going on was some banter about the way that Ash 274 speaks. And it was just simple banter. There was nothing in there that looked that horrible to me. It was back and forth banter. And I agree that it is hard for me to understand Ash 274 because she speaks very quickly. Wait a minute, I want to see this comment somebody just wrote. YouTube. You know what bothered me, the truth? I want to see the comment. Why won't it let me see it? I just scroll up and see it. Because I want to see what bothered them. You know what bothered me, the truth, when Wendy said she was very disappointed in me. Yeah, I'm sorry that Wendy's disappointed in me. I kind of disappointed in her a little bit. Uh, it is what it is. Debbie says, being in recovery, I won't forget what my mom said when I was giving my amends. She said, Debbie, you had many times drinking that you had good times. I never had a good time when you were out drinking. That's true, Deborah. That's true. And to find out, it just, if it would have just hurt me, that would have been one thing because I'm used to it. But it hurt my brother. Okay. And my brother has been so good to me and so good to Chance. And that just hurts. I mean, I don't know. My brother's like, don't worry about it. You didn't do it. It's not your fault. It just, it sucks. But it is what it is. So, yeah, there was that comment made by Steph. And I just thought it was kind of, a shitty comment to make about somebody's possible addiction. I don't know. Uh, and then I want to talk about a panel the other day or last night or night before, or whatever, that was going after, that was talking about Republican Ash and dragging her a little bit. Now, whatever, that's between Republican Ash and these people, except for the fact that when Republican Ash and I were having a problem and I went at her on a live stream, I was all prescribed for my pain. My Four Seasons is a cool lady. But when me and Republican Ash went at it, I was called everything for going after somebody with a disability. And after me and Ash got back on track, and we still weren't like besties, but we were back on track. And Republican Ash told me, she said, don't ever use my disability as a reason to not go at me or whatever. Yeah, exactly, Bad Wolf. Those same people shamed people for going after Ash. And I think they think that things like that are forgotten, but they're not. But I was just torn. I was just ripped shreds for going after Republican Ash. Shame on me, even Wendy. You know, shame on anybody that goes after Republican Ash like that. Shame on them. Wendy, you were in that chat. Do you still feel that way, Wendy? Shame on anybody that goes after Republican Ash? I'm curious. This is why their support numbers are dropping. I don't know. I just know what I was treated like when Ash and I were having problems, and I went live about her, and I just got bombarded with hate. Carla Ray, they did the same thing. Exactly, and I know you got upset with me, Carla Ray, over that situation too. But it does seem like the rules apply differently to people. Republican Ash has been going at them for weeks now, and they've done pretty good not saying anything. People don't have to tolerate being treated that way, neither do you, Truth. Okay, all right. But Republican Ash came pretty hard at me too. But I got no sympathy. As a matter of fact, they totally went at me over it. Break time, just finished up a child's IEP. Cool. I haven't seen Republican Ash go at them, but I don't watch the panel that Republican Ash goes on the most, which is FOD. So what did Donna Baird say? Oh, now I gotta scroll up. I missed it, Donna. Nobody was awful to Republican Ash more than Wendy. She bullied her and made her feel like trash because she went on Makeup Mobster's panel. I remember that. But then I also remember Wendy saying that nobody should treat Republican Ash that way. But I'm talking about the fact that the same people that came after me for battling with Republican Ash are now sitting on a panel trashing Republican Ash. I'm sorry your legs hurt, or your leg hurts, Richard. There's my Four Seasons. Thank you, Galway girl. I just wonder, I guess it's easy to forget what you say on here sometimes. I guess it's easy to forget what's said on here sometimes. I mean, obviously, Diana's forgotten that she promised all of her super chats and to St. Jude. Republican Ash has been trying to distance herself. I don't know. I talked to Ash in text messages, and we really always have. Even though she said I verbally abused her behind the scenes, we still always talked in text messages. I mean, yeah, she'll get mad at me for a couple weeks and sounded like they were fed up. Well, I was fed up too, ink and ice, and I didn't get the benefit. I didn't get the same benefit that you're giving them. So that's all I'm saying is I got, I mean, I just got railed for going after Republican Ash. How dare you? She's on the spectrum, blah, blah, blah. Well, I told Republican Ash I will never use her disability against her or as an excuse for her behavior. And she agreed with me. So, has anybody seen where Dirty D said she's going to be donating to? I just heard some animal rescue somewhere, but I don't know. Yeah, I just heard some animal rescue somewhere. And as long as, well, I can't even say that. I was going to say, and as long as, she doesn't, I have unsubscribed so many people, sissy. It's not even funny. And a lot of them have blocked me, which has been I'm not a blocker because I'm really nosy and I want to see what people say about me. because I am always watching. Well, not always, because there's some people I just don't watch. But I don't know, Ink and Ice. I don't know. If anyone hears, please let me know. Yeah, I heard that Irish gal. Don't sugarcoat it, love Shack Sarah. Yeah, I hear you, Bad Wolf. I hear you. That whole claim is just insanity. So nobody supports that kind of behavior. So whatever. I don't know what's going to happen with Diane. I can tell you that based on what her channel used to be, which was just constantly drag, 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 drag. On occasion, they would have their, fun nights. But if that's what her channel plans on being, I'm pretty sure people aren't just going to sit back and take it. So maybe she's got a different plan. I have no intentions on supporting her. Uh, she lost any respect for me from me as soon as that call was released and Wendy said that she had kept money. Hello, Stellar. That wasn't part of the deal. Hello, Dakota, or Echo, aka Echo. That wasn't part of the deal, you know. And as far as money spent on parties and stuff like that, there's no money being spent on parties. It's a virtual party. It's not like she's handing out drinks and appetizers. It's a virtual party. How much can you spend on it? Gonna rage clean tonight? No, those people won't. You're right, Dova. They're gonna shut it down quick. Yeah, I didn't get a cupcake or a cocktail. So what did it cost to have parties, Diane? I mean, I'm curious. Come out and answer these. Oh, she's totally against St. Jude now. She was even saying really shitty things about St. Jude the other day. I'm not going to donate to St. Jude anymore. I'm not going to donate to a charity where CEOs make six figures. You didn't know that before? You've been donating them, according to you, for 20 something years. Um, you didn't know they had CEOs. You didn't know what kind of money they made. So, yes, happy, happy, happy. I have noticed that. So, and now I'm being told that her attorney has denied representing her. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't go around using an attorney's name. That could be true, Stella. You're right. But another charity to pull at heartstrings. What could hey, Archer's Battle. Yeah, most oncologists are on six figures. Exactly. Um, man, I love that picture of Archer sitting in the sun today. Was that today you took that? I just loved it. He was smiling. He was catching him some rays, getting him some vitamin D. That's the best picture I've seen yet. I love seeing him outside. I just, hello, Dana. At this point, Sunnyside, I don't, when we got home, I put him down and he was filling the grass like, what the fuck? And yeah, yeah, the grass between his toes. I was so happy to see you guys uh, sitting outside. I mean, the sun on his face. Oh, I loved it. It's the best picture I've seen so far. Hello, Melissa B. So someone called me and pretended to be the lawyer, and it's probably the same fool who called my family. Just assumed it was a woman who called my stepdaughter. Told me it was a man who called. Yeah, I don't. I am not digging this calling people. I didn't dig it with Diane, so I don't think anybody else should be having their real lives dipped into, but I'm not doing it, so my hands are clean. Actually, I don't think you'll ever. I know you won't. You'll never see where I went into somebody's real life ever. Block and walk on. Yeah. It'd be nice to be able. I'm so glad you're catching those memories. Hey, Carol C. Blue Ridge on Archer's first little. He's. Hey, Mag. Been sitting back watching and listening since the whole revealing of the scammer. I watch more crime than drama, but I'll stay sitting in the back watching. You learn a lot. Yeah, Mag, I agree. Sometimes it's best just to sit back and look at things. But you know me, I've always got to have my opinion. Doesn't mean it's everybody else's opinion, but yeah, I know my Four Seasons. I know. Yeah, go look Kim A. If you haven't seen that picture that she posted on Archer's page, go look at it. Oh my God. Sitting in the sunshine with his toes in the grass, and it was just so cute. And hey, let's face it, we all need a little bit of vitamin D in our life, don't we? Especially since we've been cooped up, whether it be COVID or whether it be another illness, as in Archer's case, cancer. Um, we all need to get out and get a little vitamin D. So, but you know me, guys, I just came on to chit chat. Like I said, nuts and bolts. Nothing, nothing groundbreaking. Not really in the mood for any kind of dragging of any people. I just thought I'd point out a little hypocrisy. Um, the commenting on the drugs from Steph to Irish Gal, the panel that drug Republican Ash after I got ripped to shreds over it. I was trimmed the Camilla today in the sunshine. What's a Camilla? Anybody want to take a link? Anybody want to talk about anything? Like I said, there's three topics that's off the table: pedophilia, sexual abuse, and domestic violence. I do not want to talk about any of them. Not that they're not important, but I'm tired of people being triggered on here because nobody can seem to shut up. So, anybody want a link? Anybody want to come up, shoot the shit? Okay, what is that? I thought that was the person that um, cheated with Princess Di's husband. Oh, there's an ample supply of hypocrisy. You're right about that. Okay, well, I'm going to take it as that's a flower or a bush. Well, is a broadleaf woody plant native to southeastern Asia. Ah, uh-huh. Well, I'm glad you got it trimmed up. Glad you got it trimmed up. We still need some prayers out there for the people suffering from this COVID shit, guys. It's not gone away. I'm just gonna say I'm pro-vac. Not that anybody else has to be, but I am. I've had mine. Uh, be responsible. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Keep some distance. It's not that hard. It's not gone away yet. Good friend of mine called me today crying that they've been exposed to it, and one of them's in the hospital, and they're waiting for their test results to come back. So, um, prayers to her and her family. But I don't really have a lot to add. Like I said, I just came on just to shoot the shit. I was really you had your second Pfizer shot last week. Yeah, I did too. Just came on to shoot the shit. Um, was kind of interested in the Brady violation that Zellner has filed. I ordered an Archer's Angel candle today from Intrepid Candles. Well, did she spell it right? Because I heard she said Archie. Is it? Did she put Archer? I mean, that's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I haven't seen the candle. Everybody making merchandise. You know what? Somebody sent me a cool picture earlier and said I should use it for merch. I think it might have been Galway girl that sent me a picture earlier and said you should use this for merch. And I would totally wear it. I would totally wear this shirt. And it says, "Thou shall not try me." And it's mood 24/7, like a Bible verse thing. I know maybe that's being is that being sacrilegious? Is that making fun of the Bible? Because I don't want to do that. But it's really cool. I like that. I need to check out your okay. Yeah, I'm checking out too. Aw, yeah. I hope you feel better, mean girl. And I am. I'm gonna jump off of here. I appreciate you guys coming in, just shooting the shit with me. Not much drama. Uh, you would never do that. Okay, I thought you weren't the one that sent it to me. All right. Okay, it wasn't Galway girl, but appreciate y'all coming in and shooting the shit with me. And I really got some thinking to do about. Oh, my Four Seasons said chook 'em up for a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay. I would wear it, Galway. I would wear the shirt. I mean, I think God has a sense of humor. He must have a sense of humor. Look at the people in this world. God has got to have a sense of humor. Hey, Tiffany. No, it's not bad. Did you get it? My Four Seasons? Hey, hybrid Pisces. Did you get it, My Four Seasons? Do I need to drop it again for you? Oh, there she is. That you?
It's me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't see anything because I'm new to this.
That's
You're
okay.
you think you're not good at this, but I'm even behind you.
No, I'm really bad at it. But
No,
Irish gal, is that really you, or are you gonna porn me?
no, I'm not gonna porn you. What would I porn you with? I'm so
Irish gal, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
oh,
Okay.
It's me.
All
I
right.
all right. All I really want to say, and then Irish girl can have the floor, is that it's become very heavy. I can't see any of the chat or anything. So if they're going mental against me, just tell me. Um, but there is a lot of people that have not only dealt with, folks or children in their family have been with the cancer, but also this pedophilia stuff. So we have a double whammo where people are being, where the blinders are getting ripped off and they're coming here for enjoyment. And I really appreciate you for having this panel today to say, we need to move on. We're never going to get we're never getting an apology out of Diane. Can you folks hear me or cannot hear me
No,
or
we can hear you.
we saw when I said the my earlier video today what we saw was what we're going to get in terms of closure. That wasn't, we saw this already, but it was weird that she took a break 3 months to build up, and you thought when she'd come back she'd lay her facts down on the table, even her heart down on the table. I had to take this, whatever. This is a very, very forgiving community. I mean, damn, you guys have forgiven me. I'm forgiven. So I mean, it is what it is. It's a social platform. You know, you guys know what I'm getting here. All we needed her to do, and she comes back with this. That was a master class in arrogance and defense. Even Randy couldn't even coach out like her to give a full. It was like that's our closure is going to be sticking together and not accepting it. We're never going to get our wounds licked by her or bandaged by her. We're never going to get that. And for her to take on Blue Ridge, Baby Archer, once again, with her big comeback is unforgettable and unforgivable. I will never, ever, ever. I mean, God damn it, woman. Does she have any soul? Or are we just gonna deal with the fucking dance with the fucking devil? And in terms of this asshole, this complete monster that did whatever he did to a young girl, my daughter is getting at the age where we're wearing training bras and all that stuff. So yeah, I think this generation does look a little older than their age. I think it has a lot to do with the hormones in the food and the GMOs and all that. And that's why I try to grow as much as I can. But I mean, come on, I'm not like a farmer over here. We have to still do whatever. But I mean, I think girls are a little more developed and they watch the YouTube and the Instagrams and all this, and they act bigger and better than they are. No excuse for that fucking complete degenerate He's
I
talking
heard
about
he was gone,
mine.
and I'm
If
good
you
with
want to
that.
touch my fucking daughter or my son, you got to watch for your boys too. It's not just about girls, it's about the boys too. People forget about the boys. I mean, the boys are the ones who don't talk. The girls eventually will tell you, but the boys, they'll hold that in for decade
Okay.
after decade. I mean, like, this is like some serious stuff. I don't like either of it at all. But I can't, I can't accept either one. I'm just telling you guys, it's getting too fucking heavy. It's getting too heavy. But what I can tell you is that offender, whatever he did, and those girls, they say they didn't know. Okay. We don't know any different. Did they know? Did they not know? I can't tell you they knew, they didn't know, whatever. 3 hours does not equate. It's a false equivalency to somebody for 3 years. You guys told us you know her, you see her, or whatever, and you're advocating. Donate the money. We're donating this money to our babies, our future. And I have one. And this hurts me. Both sides hurt me. The whole thing hurts me. How do you move on from this? I think the only way we move on is the lines have been divided. They want to accept that, but now they want to move on to this. Okay, these are two totally separate issues. They want to accept Diane back, even though she let them hang out to dry. She let their asses get torn up day in and day and night, which they didn't benefit from them, or did they? I don't think they did, but I mean the question remains, did they or did they not? I don't want, like, it's done, man. It's fucking done. And in terms of the other girls interviewing this pedophile guy, I'm not happy about that either. But
No,
that
I
was
don't
like
really want to.
hour. This
I don't
this one
really
was
want to
3 years.
focus on that too much.
Me either.
Only be
I don't either. I think that was they didn't know. These girls knew, like, even they admitted a year ago they knew it was wrong. And you keep advocating like a circus clown, like it all goes to this, it all goes to this. So we don't even know, this guy didn't take money out of our pocket, but that they knew she was taking money out of our pocket. I mean, how do you reconcile all this? In my
My
I
four
opinion,
don't know.
seasons,
wrong.
my four
Iris,
seasons.
can you
That's
explain any of this to me, because I'm fucking bugged out, man.
oh, I'm
Well,
bugged out too. Because
to
believe
be
me,
honest, I really don't want to talk about that person, that guy.
Me either.
He's
no, no, no. All I was going to say is my four seasons. That's an act of deflection. They want to take all the light off of Diane right now, so they're just messing with everyone. And yes, there were problems with that, but obviously we don't need to keep going into it. But they want to, my four seasons are trying to screw with everybody's brains. And you're right about us all sticking together. If we all stick together, forget the deflection. We can move on and do what we need to do. But, we need to move on and just, I keep
I
reminding Diane though.
Irish girl, the way I feel, like, it's like, I don't feel like they think it's a deflection. I just think, like, I'm not looking at it like, if you watch my last video, I don't feel like they think it's they want to deflect. I think that they still are in presence of what Diane did. Even themselves know this is wrong. I just think that they're sick of hearing about it. They don't want to hear about it anymore. So they are like, well, this is the next best thing. We got something on them. This is the next thing to move on to. And it's like, really?
Right.
This is what we want to move on to? And it's like, it's not their job to tell us when it's time to move on. Over what Diane did to us as a community and our children and our future. It really isn't. And they are sitting there. I don't think it's deflection. They just were like, even Diane was like, oh, straight up. Okay, I got something on them now. Okay, they had this, whatever guy on their thing. So now it's time for me to enter in with no
Well,
remorse.
yeah,
And so
I agree.
bullshit.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. And that gives her just a mouth. She's able to have something in her mouth to go after other people when she herself should be more concerned about herself. And when she goes to meet the Lords and
Well,
she
and
says that,
that's what I said. I don't believe her show is going to be able, is ever going to be able to go back to what it was,
No.
which was
No.
basically a drag fest.
Right.
Because people that used to just take their lumps
Yep.
are not going to do it anymore.
We did.
You're
When we
right.
met her, we did. We bowed down to the fucking queen. Now, anything she says, it's like, but we didn't steal from kids. We didn't steal from kids, sick kids too. Anything these fucking people say, that's all you got to say back, and we're done. I mean, that's it.
You're right.
None of us have ever, like, who would do that? I would never, ever think of, how can you? And all she had to say was like, look, guys, I did, I had to put some money into it, and she should get administrative fees or whatever. Fine. All she had to do was show, like, look, I gave $500 like every, 6 months. I don't care what the hell she said. Say something.
Exactly.
And like I said, my stream was able to raise, thank God for my supporters, was able to raise $1,100 in an hour. We didn't bash anybody. We didn't have to talk crap on anybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
$1,100 was raised in an hour. It went directly to St. Jude. The link was shared repeatedly in chat. They sent me an email.
The
when
truth is, I heard so much, like, even there was been times about Lolly, she didn't know how she'd get her vet care. She didn't do this or that. She has never taken one penny from our community. And this pashy bitch who acts like she's so much better than all of us, she, like, stole our fucking money. And truth, she raised that money and it went directly to the cause. I mean, are you, and these people are still in there humiliating? Do they not think that we're writing down there, like, we're taking a mental note of this? This is,
well, I think, and the sad thing is, I think there's people that's actually supporting her for no other reason than they hate people over here. When I say over here, I mean the people that don't support her.
Right. And you know how long it took me when I sat in the old rocket chair, which I never sit in, my Graham's rocket, the only thing I have of her. And I sat there and I did the video and I said, there are some times when you have to take away the faces and the names and you have to look at an issue. I did not want to get to this conclusion. I have to get to it is what it is. I have to remove the faces and the names,
Kimberly,
regardless of who I love or more favor that I don't favor. She has robbed us fucking blind.
Hey, Johnny Blue Eyes.
And that's it.
Hey,
I didn't
my
want
4 seasons.
outcome. I defended her. How long? So long. I didn't want this to be the outcome. You guys know I would, just the whole idea of it, not to defend her, just the whole idea of it is horrible.
Well, it kind of takes you back. It kind of takes you back to when people were writing in chats that Tiffany Marie must hate sick kids with cancer. Hey, Chasing Truth. Remember all of those comments? Tiffany, Corey must hate kids with cancer. Jasmina must hate sick kids. And come to find out,
truth,
totally opposite. Totally the opposite.
If Tiffany is listening or Corey's listening, they will remember I straight up did a stream outside with Mackenzie next to me, who's a survivor, and told them how sick they were, that they hated kids. This is how brainwashed that these
I remember that.
And
I remember.
Looked like a piece of crap. And I was beside myself that I believed that they had convinced me that these gals hated people with cancer. So I brought Mackenzie, and she's an adult now. And I said, these people don't want people to get donations towards St. Jude's, Mackenzie. I mean, she's like, oh, I'm like, they save your life, right? Mackenzie was right near me. I think I put it up. I think it's been up for a while.
Tiffany says, I'm here 4 seasons and I remember your stream. God bless Mackenzie. I wish all good things for her.
Right. And whoever's doing that Mackenzie thing on Twitter, that's not my girl. That's not even how she spells her name or whatever, going after anybody. That's not my girl. She doesn't even know this drama. She doesn't even know it was stolen from her. Or not from her, from
Hey, Frenchie.
Her peers. I mean, one hand washes the other. They literally had us brainwashed that these girls hated supporting people with cancer. They hated kids that bad.
I mean, but they had their own friends full too. I mean, imagine being what you consider, because I have a group of people on here that I talk to. Hey, you're cammed up.
Oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I know.
She is. She has gorgeous hair. She is. But I have a few on here that I talk to personally that I consider my friends. I mean, like real life friends. I know you're watching me. But imagine those that were that close to her and they fell for it. So it wasn't just a public display. It was obviously a private display as well. So
well, I want to address something with my 4 seasons, and then I'm going to pop off, Tracy. But my 4 seasons and I have been in contact as late as 2019, I think. And she knows of my disability, and she knows how much pain I'm in. And we talked about that, right?
That's correct.
And somebody was giving me a hard time about using edibles, which are legal, and pain relief to sleep. Well, I'm now going to an acupuncturist, which Critters knows, and it's really helping out a lot. And I was shamed for that. And Tracy brought that up originally. I'm not shamed. I'm not shamed at all. I'm doing anything I can to make my physical well-being and mental well-being as best as it can. And then Steph came back and said to me, well, if it means anything, I feel sorry for you. And I said, no, I don't want anything from you. I want Diane to give back the money to St. Jude's. That's what I said to her. Don't waste your energy on me.
Steph's attack on with the Xanax. The worst part of that whole comment was she said, party after it was said. That's what made it such a jab.
You're with
it is party. You just made fun of somebody and their medications as if you can't learn because of your medications. But God forbid, and you guys know that I'm against anybody talking about anybody's addiction. I'm the mother of an addict that is really suffering right now.
It's about,
but
step up because Bobby's not alive.
Tracy, I'm not an addict. I'm doing everything and anything I can do to find pain relief. And my 4 seasons knows I've been dealing with this since 2019. And she knows because we've had a great length conversation. And spinal stenosis is a severe disability, and it's very painful.
Bella.
Frenchie. I agree, ladies. Like I said, we just got to try to be better. We have to hold ourselves to better standards. Yeah, we're going to slip sometimes. We're going to say things that are probably inappropriate, but we just got to work harder because I don't like this trying to stoop as low as they stoop. I don't like that. I don't think that, that's like fighting fire with fire. All you get is a bigger fire.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
No.
And my 4 seasons knows. My 4 seasons knows because of her experience that my situation, spinal stenosis, is considered a disability, one of the top disabilities.
Oh, sissy, I'm sorry.
Can I
But
respond to what I
sure,
said or no?
but your sound is
Um,
messed up since you put your camera on.
right.
I mean, I love looking at your face, but your sound it went kind of funky when you put your camera on.
How about now?
Now it's
Is
better.
that better? Okay. Maybe my phone is, or maybe this, yeah. So, okay, that's fine. So what happened was Irish girl and I, whatever, we got a little beef or something, and she was like, can we talk? I'm like, yes, we shared numbers, whatever. She was telling me, what she's been going through and stuff. I never even, you guys never even heard that I ever talked to her till tonight. She said,
No, no.
I never
4:20 in 5 minutes.
that damn thing about talking to her.
Yep, you're right.
And never would I. Anything that was between me and her. I mean, if she wants to disclose it, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, I do understand what she's been through, and I just wish people could understand what we all have gone through. I mean, there's a lot here. I mean, and there's like, and I can understand on one side how they feel, and I can understand on our side, but like more on our side, like, can they not understand
It
it?
is, sissy.
Oh my God. You're the ratty. She's crying like a little bit. This is a crybaby. She's a crybaby. She has to go upstairs. So I mean, I have never disclosed what me and Irish girl talked to. Nobody ever even knew that we talked. We did offline, privately, right? And
Bye,
I told
Sarah.
what to do and how to get what she needed to get, and she did. And that was that, right, girl? Because
She's cool.
the
Don't medicine
can you
shame.
hear me or am I gone?
No, you're here. I hear you.
Okay.
Irish gal, can
So
you hear her?
that was it.
Yes, I can
I
hear.
don't suppose, I mean, a lot of people have to study everything and all that. I don't. I mean, it was special to me, our conversation, and it was secure to me and private. I don't disclose those types of with people, that I meet here ever. I just won't.
No, but I just wanted to validate that this has been an ongoing problem for about since
And
2018,
her,
2017, and we
But you don't
speak about
have
it.
to, Irish
all this,
gal.
I think she's so, yeah, verbally, she is strong and she talks a lot of shit. Okay, I get it. But that doesn't equate or equal out to her body is strong or anything. Some people get the wrong point of view. They think because your mouth is strong or
And
your
I do appreciate that, my 4 seasons. My issue right now is, aside from finding other ways to cope with this and whatnot,
right.
like I am seeing an acupuncturist
They
now,
don't
which is really giving me a lot of pain
I know
relief.
that.
But the other thing is I too donated, not as much as some people, to Diane, and donating it on an income base like I have. I'm sick. I just feel that money should be given to St. Jude's, even a portion of it. I don't care right now. I'm mad. I am mad.
I want to
And
see
don't
a
feel sorry
fucking
for
receipt.
me. Yeah,
I don't care what it is.
don't write this
Show me the,
don't write this
show me
stupid don't write
right?
this stupid
Not,
comment to me that you feel sorry for me. No. Why don't you feel sorry for the people from St. Jude's, the kids from St. Jude's? Get the dang money back.
Right. Wouldn't it be something if every time we wanted to say something shitty about somebody, instead we donated $10 to St. Jude? Wouldn't that be something?
let me tell you. Let me tell you something,
It'd be
sisters.
like the curse
Our
jar at the
closure.
bar.
That's our closure. She ain't gonna do shit. That she took 2-3 months off, and her coming back was a master's class in
Oh, we lost Iris there.
arrogance and hatefulness. And she'll come back. It's not, we're not getting anything The only closure we're going to get is sticking together and say, yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. That's it. We're going to have to rub each other's back and hug on each other. That's it. That's the only closure we're ever going to. She's never going to give us closure. You know, like you look for closure, like from the man you love, your husband, your mom, your best friend. We really respected her like an aunt or something. She's never going to give us that closure. Our closure is going to come from one another to remind each other that we're not going to get nothing. We're not going to get nothing.
That's true.
Do you guys understand that?
You're welcome, Irish gal. We're not. And all we can do is, you know,
stick together.
Chalk it up. You know, there's going to be people that's not going to let go of it, and I'm not going to tell them to let go of it. Sorry.
I know.
If they sink their teeth into your ass, Diane, that's on yours. Hey, Winky. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Winky. Good. I hope you feel better. But if there's some people out there that still want to sink their teeth into Diane's ass, that's on them. I'm not going to tell them to stop. You're roboting so bad.
I don't want to sink my teeth in. You need closure. Come to me, and I will explain to you over and over again why this is our. We are at closure. It's over. She waited all these months, and this is what she came back with. That even Randy, her quote unquote bestie, couldn't put her coach her into an apology. She can't accept any problem in her life or something that she ever did anything wrong. I mean, fuck, I've done 1,000 things wrong. I've done things wrong here. And I'll be like, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I said bad things. I mean, I told you guys, I'm human. She can't accept that she's human. She can't accept what she did. This is a woman who has been completely spoiled her whole life and has steamrolled anybody. That's why the people they called were scared to even talk about her. She's a scary individual. This is the only closure we're going to get, because she's never going to apologize to us. She's never going to be like, I'm sorry that I did this. I'm like, she could just say like, yeah, some of the money went and the rest went to the we're such a forgiving group. Just, you know, some went this way, some went that way. That's it. Most people would forgive. She can't even give us that. She can't even.
I know.
Fucking give that. Like even that. Even if she said, you know what, it was unreasonable. You know, the money was rolling in. Yeah, I took a lot of it. I bought gifts. I helped the community this way. I don't want to disclose her names, but you know, I did give this much to St. Jude's, and I'm sorry. That's it. And we're so forgiving. And look how many times you guys have forgiven me. And other people. I mean, my God, that's it. She can't even do it.
I know.
She can't accept no fucking.
I'm just about
being.
I'm just about done with it. I'm done with it.
I know, and that's how it's gonna. And sadly, that's how it's gonna roll on, because at this point, if she can't even do that, the line. Like, I hate to see divisions. I hate to see that. And there's so many that I still care over there. But if they still can't understand how significant this is, I mean, this doesn't just have to do with children that are in the treatment. This has to do with scamming us, your peers. You know,
I know.
Don't have experiences like I do, or Blue Ridge does, or most don't. Thank God. You know, they don't, but they gave. So if they can't understand,
I appreciate you coming up. my 4 seasons. I'm going to be dumping down off of here. I got some personal issues to deal with. I'll be able to check you out when you go live again.
I never.
I always watch your videos. I love your garden. I love your puppy.
Give Lollipop a kiss.
Yes, you take care, and I will. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I know. What is Lolly?
She's a Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu?
Yeah. Hey, Amelia.
I know. Her eyes are so tender. I love
She's a mess right now, but we'll get her back in shape.
Fucking animals.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. All right. Love you guys.
All right. Talk to you soon.
I'll see.
All
right.
Okay. Honey. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
I will say that while Diane's merchandise, I believe it was when it was still tagged to go to St. Jude that we bought a mug. It says, "Hey Amelia." It doesn't say "Hey Amelia." It says "Log off, boo boo." And what we're thinking about doing is, does anybody remember the story, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? Well, what we're thinking about doing is passing this mug around the country. Or, well, yeah, I'd probably have to stay within the United States or shipping would get. But and everybody taking a picture of it, maybe adding $1 or $2 into it, and then taking a picture of it in front of something that's historical from where you live, off of a bridge or in front of a monument or something like that. It'd be like the instead of the traveling pants, it'd be the traveling mug. And just I think it's going to be a cool idea. It's just a matter of getting it started and getting it going around where people can actually take pictures of it from. I mean, I don't want anybody to dox themselves, but maybe in front of something cool. Main Girl could put a lobster in it and take its picture. Stuff like that. Cool pictures like that. We could send the pictures to the kids of St. Jude, along with letters, cards, whatever. Something cool like that. So if you want to be in on it, just contact me and we'll get that mug rolling. The person that has the mug right now hasn't been feeling well. So you want to do the traveling mug, Irish gal? Well, Ninny, we can't really send a picture of you firing up a joint to St. Jude. But you are in the Windy City area. There's a lot of things you could take a picture with that mug. Shell from Sunbury Housewives makes tumblers too. Cool. And I know Sarah does too. No, it's our mug. We bought it. And it just says log off boo boo. But I don't think it has anything on it that has her name or anything on it. I'll have to look at the mug. I just think that it would be so cool to pass it around the country and people take really cool pictures with it. Thank you, Amelia. And then we'll run we'll get the pictures and we'll send them on to the next person, and eventually we'll send the pictures into the kids of St. Jude do a mug and Oprah. And then do a mug and Oprah. I don't know. Still got some planning to do about it, but we'll get it together. In the meantime, Amelia, I hope you're feeling better. Thank you guys for coming in and supporting my channel. Just shooting the shit. I know. I'm like the Seinfeld of YouTube. My streams. What did they say about Seinfeld? The only show on TV that had no point, had no plot, had no nothing. It's kind of like my channel right now. Critters is in, but let's try to be a step above. That's all you can do is try to be one step above. Fun fact, Oprah Studio was her name backwards. Harpo. True. True. A show about nothing. There you go, Angela. That's what I was trying to say. So everybody have a great Monday. Have a great couple days to the start of your week. I don't know when I'll be live again. I'm really working on trying to get that game downloaded, Deal or No Deal. It's hard. I don't know why, but it's not compatible to this computer. I'm working on it. My tech is feeling better, so she'll be back soon. So we'll get her done. Guys, have a great night, and I'll see you around the tubes.